our region championship. We'll come back from intermediate run the day over. Now, sometimes I hold them back to the slow end of their aerobic threshold. You know, maybe 2 days out or here, and when we get closer to state meet, I'll say, you know, there's no reason for us to hit the fast end of our aerobic threshold. I might tell them nothing under 6 minute pace. And they'll go out maybe, 7 minutes, then hit 6:15s on the way out, and then they will toe the line. I'm like, you're going 5:55, slow down, guys. They'll hit 6 minute pace. Now, these repeat workouts before the state meet, usually this is the day, so this one will be moved over here, and this one will be on Monday. I like to do 4 800s. And a big mistake I made when I was a young coach is that the closer I got to the state meet, we would ramp up intensity. And I found out that's one of the biggest mistakes I ever made, because then they're sore. And I've had coaches say, man, my kids had such a great workout the other day where they were blistering it, they were so fast. And I found out that was counterproductive. So what I do is I slightly reduce the volume, but we do not increase the intensity. That way, we call this a tune-up workout. We're tuning up our system. They're feeling really good, they're feeling fast, but we haven't taxed any systems. So this, instead of 6 by 800, we'll do 4 by 800 at 3 mile race pace, and we will not increase the intensity. Now, another thing we do, how does American Fork have such good kicks? When we do a repeat workout, on our last interval, we will do what we call kick sim, a kick simulation. So the boys will pick out their kick point. You know, the younger guys might pick out a point 150 meters from the finish. The varsity boys, maybe 200 meters, or Danny Simmons, maybe 250, 300 meters from the finish. They know in advance where their kick point is. That's one reason why I'm happy going back to Toka Sticks for regionals, because there's this big tree, dead tree, and it's white. It's rotted out. It is dead. It's what we call the Tree of Gondor. And that is about 160 meters from the finish line. It's the perfect spot to start your kick. Okay, we're the only ones there that use that as our kick point. That's why I like Toka Sticks as one of the reasons. It is flat. I hate flat courses. I don't think it's a true measure of true cross country. Okay, so we're doing 4 by 800 here at 3 mile race pace. We don't even do a kick sim. It's like we're done. The hay's in the barn. And then here we'll do special 400s. We're like, well, you just said you're not going to do anything fast. I go, no, these are special 400s. They're at 3 mile race pace. But what we want to do is prepare our boys a contingency plan for anything that goes wrong. Because as you've seen over the years, if something will go wrong, it will at a race, especially something at stake. I remember one year, 30-something years ago, I had this kid at an invite, a little sophomore, and he runs by me crying. He's crying, bawling his eyes out. I lost my shoe. So, our first quarter of these special 400s, I make him take off a shoe and run with one shoe. So it's kind of like a badge of honor now. I had a boy at one invite. He had his shoe taken off at the quarter-mile mark of the 3 mile race, and he ran 15:05. He was the state champion that year. It's a badge of honor. We don't want to lose a shoe, but if you do, hey, it's not the end of the world. Race, we're here to race. Who needs a shoe? They used to race shoeless in the 60s in California. So the second one, what I'll do is make them, one of them, I'll have the JV starting from the varsity, and on our activity field, it's a pretty tight course when you go behind the baseball stadium. And so the varsity boys has to hit their 3 mile race pace, but they have to work their way all the way through all the JV guys who are trying to impede them. Okay? So they're used to that. And then we do one where they have to trip themselves, fall down, roll, get up, and hit their pace. Kenneth Rooks, last summer, You know, when he got knocked down at nationals in the steeplechase, or when he fell over the hurdle on the second lap, and he got up and he wins to go to the World Championships. I know we've played that over and over for our boys. You get knocked down, you get up, you go after it, but you get up smart. You don't try to make up all the distance all at once, right? You be patient, move back up gradually. When I was a little kid, it was in the 72 Olympics, Las Vegas, and falling down in the 10,000, and then getting up and winning the gold medal in Munich and setting a world record. Okay, you get knocked down, you get back up. So we're practicing that. The last one, I make them take off their watch and hit pace without their watch on. We do the same thing at NXN on the forest and the track in the woods. We do the same 4 quarters, except for they don't take their shoe off. They're just trying to hit pace. The last one, make them take their watches off and hit pace. Okay, that gets them ready. They're fresh. They are tuned up. Follow Coach Day the day before the race. And then I'm not going to put a hard workout in here. We need 2 days to mentally reset to get ready for regionals. We'll do a power run. I think we did a total of 8 power runs last year. Okay? And notice that since we have quite a ways of time, I'm putting in the grinder again because I don't want to lose that component. The grinder works on all 4 components of distance running: endurance, speed, strength, and guts in one workout. So we really love those. And since the boys haven't done it in 2 months, they come back and they get big PRs of the grinder, especially the JV guys, because their season is, their official season is basically over. Now after state, we can meet with our kids. We don't have restrictions because we had a guy at the UHSAA, our Activity Association, who was an old track